Well, the Migos said they're the best group of all time. And lots of people got upset. And first of all, before I get into the whole Bone Thugs thing,
Right.
you came from a hip hop group. You are in a hip hop group currently.
Right.
Did you feel any type of way when the Migos said that?
Absolutely not. Do I believe that they're the greatest group of all time? No. Are they the biggest group right of this time? Yes. Of this time, and that's what got them feeling like they could be, but they don't know about the past. You see what I'm saying? You weren't there for the type of shit. Even though you might have technically sold more than the Beatles in this time, when you think about the frenzy that the Beatles had, like getting chased down the street and shit like you don't see shit like that really no more. Like a rapper will come into the mall, there'll be a lot of motherfuckers there surrounding them, but like I remember seeing footage of like Elvis and these niggas back in the days where they actually had to run. They was getting their fucking clothes ripped off and shit like that. Like, they had to run from their fans.
Do you know who was like that from our generation?
Who, like Bieber?
Well, not exactly from our generation, but from the people that we remember.
Who?
Bow Wow.
At one point, not today though.
Definitely not today. But when he was young.
I believe
he was going on 106 and Park. I remember Free from 106 and Park told me that.
Listen,
she was there.
I had a niece that was I think she still might love him. And she's a grown woman now. Like, right. She was in love with Bow Wow.
Yeah. Bow Wow was like that. And I mean, I interviewed Nick Cannon. We spoke about this a little bit. Mm-hmm. And he brought up an interesting point because, Bone Thugs came and said, no, we're the best group of all time.
And that's debatable too. That's debatable too.
That's debatable also. And what he pointed out, which I think is very valid, is
Migos is definitely hotter now than they were at their peak. I can give them that.
That's a very valid point right there. Yeah.
Migos are definitely hotter
right now than Bone Thugs was at their hottest point.
Absolutely.
Okay. Maybe.
Now,
that doesn't make them the best group of all time.
Right. He brought up another point, though. He said,
25 years from now, how many of their records are we still going to be like, yo, that one was classic? I think Bad and Bougie would definitely last the test of time.
Fight Night, Versace.
Maybe Versace. Versace and Bad and Bougie. 25 years from now.
Yep.
Now,
because Crossroads is still bumping.
Crossroads. Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Matter of fact, I don't.
First of the month.
I mean, in the hip hop community, I can't think of another more appropriate song at a funeral than Crossroads.
Yeah.
And it's premature for a group like the Migos to say they're the greatest group of all time because we don't know 20 years if they're still going to be playing Versace or any of this fucking shit that they're making right now. This just might be right now hotness. You see what I'm saying? Just like, shit, we still play fucking Thuggish Ruggish Bone or First of the Month and all that type of shit. And definitely the fucking, the Crossroads shit. That had to be probably their biggest joint. And motherfuckers still play that shit to this day.
Especially at funerals.
Yeah. And First of the Month, come on, that was a hustler's anthem right there.
Right. Now, in the process of Bone Thugs beefing, Busy Bone gets on IG Live and pulled out his
yeah, now what's debatable was that a musket or a shotgun? That's what...
I think that was...
Was that held by a pilgrim or a cowboy? That's what I want to know because...
That might have been Lincoln's murder weapon. I think that he might have stolen it out of a museum.
That looked like a 55 long. God damn.
So he pulls out the gun on IG Live and then gets arrested. I guess the police actually come right in the middle of the damn video.
That's crazy.
Kodak Black style.
Right.
And he gets arrested. You can't make this stuff up, man.
No, you can't.